How can smart technology make our life easier? Brought to you by Google's Bookkeepers. If you enjoy the content, please do subscribe, like and share the channel. Okay, smart in the accounting world. So smart meaning self-monitoring, analysis and reporting technology. Now when it comes to accounting software, when you have account software, you can connect to your bank feed and pull in the data from your spending and receipt of money on the bank into your software. You can automate, so you can make the data entry automatic because you can put rules into the program that tells the software what certain spending is, how to categorize it. You can send out invoices automatically, weekly, monthly, daily, and you can send out reports to shareholders, stakeholders, management reports as often as you like, as frequently as you like. You can do analysis with your account software. You can email in receipts to apps that read the data, so it saves a lot on data entry and having to actually look at the receipt. It can scan it and pull off and extract the data on a receipt for you, and it can give you reporting such as stock levels, monitor it, send you a message, your stock levels low, do you want to reorder, that kind of thing. So account software can, when connected with certain apps and configured in the right way, can bring smart into the accounting world. Now, in terms of the pros and cons, when it comes to desktop systems, for example, in comparison to online systems, with a desktop system, once you've bought it and installed it on your desktop, then it's yours to use. And for many people, they still are on some desktop version of an account software. Nothing's changed. They're happy with it. And life goes on. It's doing its job and they're quite happy with it. In comparison to the online systems, though, on the downside, it can be quite manual. And the other con of a desktop system to be aware of is that you and your accountant need to be on the same version. Although, let's say, it's like a Word document. If you're on Word 2000 and let's say 3, you can save your data and send it to someone on a more up-to-date version, Word 2013. But if anyone makes any changes on the 2013 edition, you on 2003 edition can't reopen that file. So you have to be on the same version of the software. But the thing is, with online systems, which no doubt is the future, being up there in the cloud, one of the key benefits, definitely one of the pros, is that you can get software updates without any interruption. They just do it in the middle of the night, no interruption. You'll never know. You log out, log back in, it's been updated, you didn't even know. There was no downtime. The bank feeds can be set up to be automatic so that you're pulling in the data from the bank. There can be unlimited access, as in you can give different people access or just give them the login, or you can access it any time of the day and night as long as your internet is working, so it's anytime, anywhere. And it is in real-time information, so lots of pros there. You can do online invoicing that can just send invoices out automatically, and the thing is, more and more things are moving online. That's just how it is, but you do need to have good internet. Now, what I personally especially like about online in terms of making life easier is that when you've got an account software which is remote or is online, you can be anywhere in the world. You don't have to be at your desktop in your office. You can access it anywhere. So remote access, I think, is very beneficial. Automation, always beneficial, saves a lot of time and effort. And when you're connected with different apps, it can save a lot of time and error on data entry. And if it's connected to your credit card as well as your bank, then all your credit card transactions can just be pulled through. There's no backing up of things, there's no crossing over of data, it's real-time information, and you can invoice on the go. If you've got the app on your phone, you can send an invoice as you go along. You can get paid by direct debit or by PayPal. You can send reminders quickly and easily. There's a lot to like about the online software that's out there. There's unlimited users, so there's no one waiting on someone else to do something and then to send the backup, because there can be situations, if you're on a desktop, you work on something, someone else is working on something, the files cross, and then someone isn't working on the latest version of the software, and that means all the work that someone else has done has just been lost. You can't amalgamate it. So there's none of that. You can have 2-3 people logged in at the same time and getting on with their work, and it's fine. You can easily email things to people. You can upload things onto the software, such as notes or letters of engagement. So it's all saved in one place, which is very handy. Everyone can have a separate username, so it means that when you log in, there's an audit trail. You can see exactly what they did, what time they logged in, what time they logged off, the transactions that they did when they were on there. There can be a segregation of duties. So with an online system, you can give people full access or limited access, which is great. So for example, if you're doing payroll, some logins don't have access to the payroll data. It can be like that. And with a lot of the software online, there is a payroll option, so there's no need to use a separate software. It's all in one place, which means you can pull off pay slips anytime you like, and it's all in one place. It's all very neat and tidy. However, some of the drawbacks, and it's very positive, don't get me wrong, with being online, but there are a few things that I don't particularly like. I'm not a fan of really subscription based, because previously, back in the day, you just bought your software outright and that was it. Just one off, buy it, £300, whatever it might be, and it was yours, you use it, that was that. But with an online subscription, it is exactly that, a subscription, and you have to keep on paying for it. It's a monthly charge. You can't have more than one company or one business on the one subscription. So for some people who might have 3-4 limited companies, if they were on QuickBooks Desktop, for example, you could have an unlimited number of companies and just open company files on the software. But when it comes to the subscription base, it's per company. So that can make it more expensive. You do need to have good internet connection, otherwise it's an absolute nightmare. You can't get anything done. And they do, and I say they as in the software companies, like to sort of make out that, the software sings, dances, makes the tea, puts the kettle on, that kind of thing. But the books don't just magically happen. They do need to be set up properly. Rules do need to be input and made correct. And that's not always made clear. Reading some of the, sort of sales copy about the software, you'd think it can do everything. And it can do a lot, but there is some input that needs to go into a system to set it up correctly in order for it to run smoothly. So let's not gloss over that. Any other questions? Please do email them in to admin@booglesltd.com. This was brought to you by Boogle's Bookkeepers. If the content has been useful, please do subscribe, like and share the channel.